So I wanted to make a quick and dirty video comparing a genuine Benchmade Mini Bugout that I bought at REI versus one that turned out to be clearly counterfeit, purchased, purportedly used off of eBay. It was about 60 bucks, and that's a great price even for a used knife. So as per usual, if it's sounding like too good a deal to be true, it probably is. And I thought this video might be helpful just to allow somebody to see some of the obvious differences. There's a better video about this somewhere on YouTube, and so I will find that and put it in the description. He goes into a lot more detail. I just wanted to make a quick video for documentation purposes in case I need to involve my bank, but figured I'd share it as well. So the first thing I noticed was in the box, there's quite a difference in terms of the patterning. The kind of stripiness in the print is much more pronounced on the counterfeit Benchmade. It's more subtle here. On the authentic one, there is some striping, but it's much less kind of contrasty. And then the other thing I noticed is that with the Mini Bugout, you have a manufacturer date here, and this one does not. This is also glossy, and this is more matte. And then just font-wise, there's some subtle differences as well. But those were the things that sort of glared out at me. And then inside the box, Benchmade has this very distinct kind of foam. I don't know how to describe that, but it's not just the bottom, it's also on the walls, and it has that kind of cool, I don't know, whatever pattern to it. Whereas on the counterfeit, it's just cheap, thin bottom foam. So that was significant. Also, it comes with this little access, thicker cardstock access label. And on this one, the counterfeit one, it's very flimsy by comparison. The blue is also a bit different. On the authentic Benchmade, this insert came folded into this smaller size, whereas the counterfeit one is larger. But one of the main things I noticed, and I don't know if this first part is relevant, where the authentic one lists the president and the counterfeit one lists the founder and CEO. But the big difference is in the print quality. This is pretty good print quality on the authentic knife, whereas the counterfeit one, it's like double vision, kind of blurry. So that was super suspicious right off the bat. The counterfeit one, the blade also, or the knife came inside of this plastic bag, which I do not think is typical with Benchmade knives. This one did come with the little sleeve or sock for the knife. The original did also, I just didn't retain it. And so I can't compare the quality of those, but I suspect there might be some difference if I could. And then getting to the knives themselves, the thing that screamed at me was those ridges in the steel. That's just garbage looking, isn't it? And obviously the sort of brushed steel on the authentic Bugout is not like that at all. And then the next biggest thing I noticed on the knife was in the Benchmade logo. I don't know how easy this is to see. It's not that it visually looked so different, but this one is darker, and listen, if I scratch, it's kind of gritty. It's like it's etched in deeper, whereas on the authentic one, you can hear that that's smooth. I'll do it like this. And then just otherwise, they look pretty similar. Nothing ultra glaring at first glance. There's a little too much flex here. I realize it's a longer scale, but it was more flex than I would expect than on the Mini. And then the action just isn't very good on this one. Shaking the whole table here. Just doesn't want to close when I release the lock there. And you can flick it, but it's rough, but it doesn't close very well. Versus this one, shutter's a lot easier. Opens, it's just smoother. I guess this one doesn't seem to want to comply either right now. Just trust me there, it's smoother. So I just hope this helps somebody. I've learned my lesson. Probably just buy used knives privately from now on. But eBay does have some protection, so hopefully this all goes well for me in the end. It's just a hassle, and it's just annoying. I did notice that this seller called somebody a whiny baby for not looking at the pictures better when the buyer left a review noting, as I had, that it was a counterfeit knife. I wish I had read those reviews sooner, because if nothing else, that guy just sounds like a real jerk. So again, beware. Hope this helps. Thanks for watching. Cheers.